afternoon to all our viewers. We cannot afford to sit and fold our hands in a society where we are all stakeholders and the issues that affect either one of us or some of us. So to stay aloof means that we are not part of the society and we do not crave for positive transformation for our society. I say again, welcome to Real Talk with Kike. I remain your convener, Kike Atanda. And of course, I have the Real Talkers on the platform today. Let me start from Lola. Lola in the house. Lola Africa, how you doing?
I'm very excited to be on the show. Thank you so much for being a part of our last year. It's my first time on the show this year, so it's very appropriate I say Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you are not overwhelming yourself with unrealistic resolutions, because we have already taught you last year that you need to set realistic goals, measurable ones, achievable ones. Welcome to another round of interesting time on Real Talk with Kike.
Yeah, Happy New Year again. I think it's my second time saying it this year. So yeah. Hi everybody, good afternoon all our viewers, wherever you're watching us. It's another beautiful, exciting episode of Real Talk with Kike. Like, we keep it real, we keep it precise, we bring the real issues to the table that affects you and affects us commonly. And remember, like I always say, we still have to keep being patriotic citizens of Nigeria despite all odds. God bless me, God bless you, and God bless Nigeria. You're welcome.
All right, talking about the 2015 election, I think it's about fair.
2015?
Yeah,
free and fair election.
Free and fair election, and the records out there is almost about the successful elections in the country that gained foreign remarks of credibility. And one man at the realm of electoral affair at the time, I don't know if I should put it out there, I think that is Goodluck Jonathan. Yeah. But guys, let's listen to our On This Day History segment to get to know more about that. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
On this day in history, exactly 64 years ago, Atahiru Muhammad Jiga was born. He is a Nigerian academic and former Vice Chancellor of Bayero University, Kano. On the 8th of June 2010, he was nominated by then President Goodluck Jonathan as the new chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, subject to Senate confirmation as a replacement for Professor Maurice Iwu, who vacated the post on 28 April 2010. Jiga was the only INEC chairman to oversee two Nigerian general elections, 2011 and 2015. Jiga retired on 30 June 2015, handing over his position to Amina Zakari, according to a directive by President Muhammadu Buhari. On the 28th of March 2015, under his leadership, elections were conducted in what Nigerians and the world see as free, fair, and credible, which declared the APC presidential candidate, General Muhammadu Buhari, as winner, defeating the incumbent president, Goodluck Jonathan. Jiga, ahead of the 2023 national general elections, formed a political opposition named Rescue Nigeria Project, RNP, alongside other past and present political stakeholders.
All right, exactly 64 years ago, Jiga was born. And I think the takeaway for me from On This Day in History segment is the fact that on the 8th of June 2010, when former President Goodluck Jonathan appointed him, and I want to say that one of the things that I really admire about the past administration is the fact that when it was time for him to transition power, it was seamless. Easy. You know, regardless of Jega being the main focus of this On This Day in history, but looking at the role that Goodluck Jonathan played when he was transitioning and giving Buhari power, I hope that we'll see something like that again, because they are quite, no, it's you know, but so what's your take on this, really?
Well, I just want to commend Atahiru Jiga, because he's one of the most memorable INEC chairmen we have ever had in Nigeria. He has conducted two credible elections. That's something, a big take-home for me from him. And just like Kike said, the fact that under his leadership, we were able to transition from one party to the other party for the presidency.
Opposite party.
That's something that I'm hoping we can have a repeat of in Nigeria, truly.
Well, I think for me, Professor Atahiru Jiga is known for his intellect with a zeal for excellence and, of course, flair for brilliance. He was a former Vice Chancellor of Bayero University of Kano with high intelligence, intellect, I would say. And I think that, yes, like Kike and Lolo has also shared, It was very smooth, though he faced a lot of fierce criticism from opposition, from both the ruling parties and the opposition, but he remained very steadfast, and he showed us, he proved to us that it's workable and it's achievable. So we can only hope that in coming 2023, if it's not going to
Madam
be APC,
Zakari would do
and we hope that she would be able to pull through excellently well.
Women power.
That's it.
Many thanks for staying with us. Nigeria followed the case of the Sylvester Oromoni Jr., student of the Dowen College, who died late last year. And in the unfolding of events, many hope that the family will get justice after the matter was taken to the Directorate of the Public Prosecutor of Lagos State. And just last week, the DDP absolved the school from blame, freed the school management, and to the surprise of many Nigerians, they said the death has nothing to do with cultism or the bullying alleged from the 5 of his senior schoolmates. But, you know, the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Police Command, AIG Akim Odumosu, on Friday advised that those who are not satisfied with the autopsy or the toxicology, you know, should report, how will I put it? I said the report on the late Sylvester Oromoni, that they should visit the coroner inquest in Lagos, and of course they can also express or register their grievances in the court of law, basically. But talking about seeking justice further, we have a man who wears the shoes, and I will say that he is the one who knows best on how the shoe pinches, and that is the father of the dead child. We have him on our Zoom right now. I hope we're already connected to him. I think that's the reason why we're having a lot of delay before we came back on the show. But we need to engage him on the outcome of the coroner inquest and the advice of the DPP. You know, while they're still trying to connect to our guests, I understand that the network is a bit erratic from his end or from our hand or whatever. But Dami, what's your take thus far with what have been shared? I know that
I think, in my own opinion and in my own thought, it's quite very unfortunate that we still keep talking about these occurrences. These because they are numerous. Even when an adult dies, when you have cases of murder, when you have cases of manslaughter, it has really been seen, or it has been shown to us, to the citizens, by our leaders, like they do not serve justice and is never hot. Because we've had different cold cases over the years in Nigeria of even adults. Just this morning I was talking about, I remember the Otumba Adipo dinner case. I remember some other cases, even the case of I can't pick that name. I can't pick that name now, but different cases that has happened over, even Funshaw Williams, different cases that has happened until now unsolved. So Sylvester's case, yes, is an eye-opener for us to go back to the trenches of our schools to straighten things out. I mean, if there was a CCTV camera in place, or even the teachers owned up to what actually happened, there must have been a light at the end of the tunnel. But everyone, like my people will say, Atanse, Agbonse, the eyes of the farmer is swollen. The honey say, the bee say is not the one that stung. This one. So it comes back and we keep dwindling and we keep rigmaroling, going back and forth. But I think that we really need to go back to the foundation. Somebody was saying that if it was in America, they would have had a light on the case. I said, because there's a system. There is no system here. So what are we building on? If the foundation is shaky, what can the righteous do? So everybody that's clamoring for justice, yes, we want to see it served, but is it truly going to be served?
You know, when looking at this case, one of the things we need to know about the court of law is that you can take it as far as the Supreme Court.
Yes.
And I have seen many decisions that they got a judgment in the lower court. When it got to the higher court, it was dismissed. And they were able to overturn and overrule the judgment. So there is still hope. I don't want anybody to throw in the towel yet. You can know that their lawyer, Femi Falana, is saying no. They are not going to sit on their bottoms and say, this is the outcome of the court case, and that's what they are going to take. We can appeal. I know that he will put up an appeal to a higher court, and we are hoping that there might be a turnaround of the judgment that was given, because They need to look at all the evidences. In Nigeria, we're so quick to be emotional. But in court, it's not about us liking Sylvester as a person or liking their parents. It is about the evidences before the court. That is what the court of law will be adjudicating on. And if you say the parents say that they are not satisfied with this, they should appeal. And as long as far as the Supreme Court or court, if need be, what we shy away from in this country is the fact that we don't want to sit for the long haul. Justice is hard, especially in a country like ours.
A peculiar country.
It's a peculiar country. You will get to court, you'll be surprised at the kind of frivolous applications. Yeah. When I was practicing, I inherited like a 44-year-old case. All the defendants, like I inherited like the third generation.
Wow.
And I'm wondering that how do I continue adjudicating this kind of matter that has been going on for more than 40 years, for God's sake. But the thing is that whether the wheels of justice is slow, are we willing
to wait
and get justice? I keep asking, what is more important to us? Getting
many
justice.
thanks for that, Lola. We've been able to connect our guest.
Okay.
I think that at least we can connect to him via audio. Again, welcome to the show, Sylvester Oromoni. I think that it's important for us to start the show by at least let's register our condolences with your family once more. How are you doing today, sir? Hello, are you there? Okay, I think we are having issues with the audio as well. So while they are still working on that, you know,
I was saying that whether the wheel of justice is slow or not, if for this kind of peculiar cases, we must sit tight and allow that justice to come. Another thing is the people should know is that every new case and peculiar case, it's what we lawyers call precedent. If we're able to get justice on this kind of peculiar case, it has formed part of the precedence for the next time that we are faced with another situation that is similar. There is no lawyer, we refer to cases in the past.
Yeah.
Previous judgments. That is how some of these judges come to the conclusions that they get to. And in Nigeria particularly, if you look at the weight of our precedents on medical
Reports.
cases that have cases of medical, we have very light precedents because we hardly get justice beyond the time. Anytime that has to do with hospitals, medical malpractice, you see that the thing will just go away and there will not be, there will not be real.
Wait.
So if this thing needs to be contested, we need to sit tight and allow justice to flow as it should.
But I'm thinking that I saw a report that the father actually said that if it takes 30 years for him to get justice, he will not bury the son. Of course, I think I have a bit of reservation on that because by and large, the way it's looking, like you said, if it's slow, yes, we can follow through. You have inherited a 40-year-old case.
All right, are we connected to Sylvester Senior there? Are you there?
Yes, please.
All right, it's important for us to just go straight to the point because of time. Before I ask you a number of questions regarding the case, I think I want to commiserate again with you and your family. I would like you to at least express how you feel thus far as a father and as a parent of the dead child.
We feel terribly bad. We missed him because during the Christmas and New Year, we all planned to do the Christmas and New Year together, but it's in the mortuary, so we certainly missed him.
Wow, that's touching.
Thank you very much for joining us, sir. Sir, with the outcome of the case thus far, what are your feelings about the judgment when you heard the outcome of the case for the first judgment that was given in court? What was the disposition of the family when it was heard?
We know that that judgment is not acceptable to the family. There's a lot of conspiracy in that judgment. We were not comfortable because considering the time factor, where the police told us on the 21st of December that they were not done with their investigations, they were writing to a protest letter to the Attorney General and the Governor of the state to disregard that magistrate court judgment and bring the boys back for them to complete their investigation. In fact, I'm quoting the commissioner of police. He told me they were not done with the investigation. So at what point did they complete, did they bring the boys back for him to complete his investigation? DPP now went through, we were in a public holiday all through that period. Count the days. And on the 31st of December, he publicly said he preempted the judgment of the DPP before even on the 4th of January. So we try so acceptable to the family. Lawyers already working.
You know, talking about the DPP that you just mentioned, before we go into the nitty-gritty of the DPP's advice, are you there? Can you hear me?
No.
I think the network is erratic again. Can you hear me?
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, all right, fantastic. You know, I was saying earlier, you know, talking about the DPP's advice, which according to Lagos State was based on the report and the medical investigation carried out. But what's your take on the DPP's conclusion as at now?
Please come back. There was a network problem.
What's your take? What's your take on the DPP's conclusion?
What DPP? The one in Lagos?
Yes.
No, I think she wasn't the right person to even give that conclusion. Why was she removed? If she was the right person, why was she removed from the department? See, I don't think she wasn't. So, as far as we are concerned, all what they did is null and void because she wasn't the rightful person to write on that.
Okay, sir, I just want to ask you, as a parent in the school, Dowen College, what has been the disposition of other parents? Would you say that you have gotten support from other parents in the school? Because I am a bit in the dark concerning that. What is the disposition of other parents in Dowen College to the death of your son and the case at hand? What is their disposition, sir?
I think they too want everything to be very straight before their children go back to the school. Because as it stands now, if you are sending your child there, anything happens to the child, nobody will know. First, school of this magnitude does not have a CCTV camera to monitor what is going on in the school. So some of the parents called and said they too were not comfortable. As far as I'm concerned, some have already taken their children to other schools. You see?
Okay, at this point, sir, I'm thinking, I do not really know how we got into the fact that it's the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State that is translating the report instead of a pathologist. Did you, because I saw that from the reports they got in Warri, there were traits of toxic consumptions and all of that, but the one for Lagos didn't indicate even bullying or some form of injury. Did you get a pathologist to really break this report down to your family to understand what actually happened with the deceased?
Thank you very much. You know, when this new thing happened, we don't have our own pathologist. It was the police, area commander specifically, that invited the pathologist. They came to the compound here to video the boy, took pictures and all that. They now bring in the pathologist. They were the one who gave him the job. The family even applied to the police to collect a copy. We don't even know him before. No, we don't have our own pathologist. So when they carried out their own in Lagos, I think he went to Lagos to join them, my dear. That Tuesday, they were in a meeting from 8 o'clock till 4:30 before they started work, and they finished 9 o'clock. The next morning, the pathologists from Delta State came back to Delta. They did it on their own with the family pathologist. You know what they did? The commissioner of police was turning himself to a pathologist, a medical doctor, a judge. What is the meaning of this? Somebody will refuse to give us a witness statement, even when Falana applied up to today, even our own statement. What do you expect from him? This is the height of conspiracy. Don't know what is happening.
Do you think, sir, I have a follow-up question. Do you think the police has another interest on this case particularly? Why we are having different shades and different sides to this story? And like you said, the commissioner of police is the judge, is the pathologist here, and he's still acting as the commissioner of police. Do you think there's anything they really are standing to gain, or because there are other powers that might be that are on this case?
Let me tell you, if the commissioner of police remain there, we will not get anything from this case, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, when we say police, there are good ones. The police were actually doing a nice job, as far as I'm concerned. See, I don't want to put up things. They were doing a nice job. It is the commissioner that just come in and scatter the whole thing because of his own interest. Nobody knows. What will he stand to gain? 12 years old boy? I forwarded the pictures of the boy. The day he said the boy died naturally. I forwarded the pictures of my son when he was healthy, when we came to the school for my daughter's graduation, when he was passing through the pain, when he was shouting, and the dead body, I forwarded it to his phone. So he would take his time and go through it. So before I make any allegation against this innocent boy, that the boy died of a natural cause, may God forgive him.
You know, your attorney on the case, and Falano, also rejected the report, saying that he doesn't think that the director of public prosecution, that he doesn't think he's the right person to sign the report, and he had no power to do so. So San Femi Falano filed an application for hearing on the 15th of January. I hope I'm correct regarding toxicologist report, as they filed to do the toxicology test. So my question to you now, does that leave room for contesting the decision of the DPP?
Of course, yes. If the coroner court, it's a lot, because it will be out there to take care of that situation, because nobody is comfortable with what is going on. As far as I'm concerned, as I said, my lawyer has briefed me that the woman is not the rightful person. So I stand on that. Of course, why was she removed? She wasn't the rightful person.
All right, but from your statement, sir, you said before the coroner inquest, you said your son told you that he was made to swallow harmful chemical substances, and that he was tortured by fellow students. So, and the medical report says that, it says otherwise, and said that he died of pneumonia and other related diseases, and no evidence of murder. What do you what do you have to really say about that, listening to all these submissions thus far regarding his death?
See, let me tell you, those who conducted that autopsy, except they are not parents of children, they are not mothers of children, because that is not the true story. My boy never had any sickness. In fact, nothing. He was healthy. So what they are saying is a big lie. They fabricated those stories. As far as I'm concerned, not carry out any autopsy, because the man who went from Warrior, after the long 8 hours meeting, when they took their sample from the boys, whatever part they collected from, he came back to Warrior on Wednesday. And this thing lasted for about 9 to 10 days. It was in Warrior all through. So they did it on their own. Why are they lying to the public? Because to fear God. What does it mean? Don't they have children? We are talking about a 12 years old boy. Mothers and fathers are lying against dead body, small boy died. Oh, innocent boy. Don't worry. God's judgment is waiting for all of them.
As painful as it sounds, I do not know. I saw that, I think last week Thursday, some traditionalists from Ijo, the Ijo area, they occupied the school, and they insisted that the school must not open. I really do not know what religion you belong to, maybe Christianity, but I don't know. Some people have been saying, I saw a lot of comments via social media, and a lot of people have been saying, if we will not get justice on the conventional way, why not go the traditional way? Are you thinking of exploring this angle anytime soon?
No, we are Christians. We don't go any traditional way. Let me tell you, so many people are coming out to support this cause because they were not comfortable with what is going on. So it's not only the Joy Youth, Joy National, IYC, whatever. It's not only them. You find out that so many people in Nigeria are supporting the family. They are crying loud. So the Nigerian government, the Lagos state government, to do the needful. It's not only the joy youth. If they believe in whatever thing they are doing, that is their own. As far as I'm concerned, we are Christians. We follow the legal way. We also commit everything to the hand of God. God should give us judgment. That is our own stand. We believe in God. We don't believe in other things. But if anybody is coming out to dance his own, to do whatever, that is their own. I cannot start to say, don't do this, don't do that. If they say they are supporting the family, the school must not open. It's not only Joy Youth. All other people came out before even the Joy Youth. So it's not only Joy Youth that came out. If they are doing their traditional something, it's not my business. As far as I'm concerned, we are from a Christian home. We are Christians. We believe in God. We're only waiting for the judgment of God.
All right, glad to know you are still with us. In case you just joined the show, today's conversation is about the decision of the DPP. I don't know if I should say conceding the death of Sylvester Oromoni Jr. after a coroner inquest for medical autopsy. And we have been with the father of the child since the beginning of the show, despite the erratic network and all of that. But I must say, many thanks for staying with us, sir. But with all that you have shared with us, I want us to understand that all of us share in your pain and all that is going on thus far. But let's bring it back home with everything that is happening. How do you feel? How does your wife feel with all that? We saw the video that trended few days ago where she was talking out of so much pain. How is she doing, by the way?
It won't go out of her now because the pain still remains, because we still think of people like this morning. She was even crying this morning, so it still remains. It will be difficult to forget about that. It will take years to forget that.
I'm being told I need to quickly open our phone lines. Remember that you can be part of this conversation by calling our studio number 080-988-77400, showing on your screen right now. And remember that we are streaming live on Facebook page, on Real Talk with Kike, and of course on Silverbird Facebook page as well, and on YouTube page. So you can call in and share your own experience and all of that. But Sylvester Senior, the DPP's conclusion is not a final court verdict, or will I say that a court ruling on this case. But going by the law and the constitution of our country, how do you intend to go about getting a readdress on the matter and hopefully gaining justice as you seek?
I think I'm not a lawyer, but my lawyers are doing their best, headed by Falana. By the grace of God, after the 15th coroner court, we'll know the way forward. But I have said it that even if it takes me 30 years, if God keeps me alive, I'll follow the case till the end. I must get justice for my son.
In the beginning, thank you so much for sharing this time with us, because I know it cannot be easy for every member of the family. I would like to ask two different questions. I know in the beginning, the governor of your state actually kind of waded in. What is his position as at now, sir?
The governor of my state? Did you say my state?
Correct.
Yes, Delta State.
Delta State? My governor is sympathized with us. I think his position remains the same. He also wants justice for my son. Himself and Lagos State Governor, they are colleagues. What they discuss, you won't know. But then, I know that my governor wants justice for my son.
Just a follow-up question to what Lola just asked you. Asking if the governor of the state is in support or is still wading in with the case at hand. It is important to also know if Dowen College has reached out to you and what are their concerns regarding the case at hand.
Dowen College, as far as I'm concerned, no.
They've not reached out to you.
Listen, one Dr. Philip, the owner of the school, called me when the thing happened newly, 3 days after. He called me. Then I told him, then I was in Asaba. We discussed, so we are going to talk together again. Since then, nobody has called me. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, when the Commissioner of Police made that statement that the boy died naturally, I forwarded the pictures to the Commissioner of Police, other policemen, even the owner of the school. And I sent a text to him that your principal and other staffs are not giving you the true position. Look at what my child went through before I gave up the ghost. He replied me that he has been making every effort to reach out to me. That was this morning. I saw the text. Nobody has reached out to me. As far as I'm concerned, a billionaire school is joining 6 billionaire family to fight us to make sure we don't have justice. But God will not allow it.
Amen. All right, we have a caller on the line from Edo State. Many thanks for calling. Please go straight to the topic at hand because of time and reduce the volume of your TV.
Good afternoon.
Excellent afternoon.
My name is Promise, and yes, I'm really sad about this case. It's not nice that in Nigeria we don't get justice. This child is a child that was in the care of Doe. Now the child is dead. In fact, the autopsy that was done, the one done in Delta State and the one in Lagos State, they are two different autopsies. So my own opinion is that they should bring another person that will do that autopsy again. In fact, if they can invite anybody outside Nigeria to do that autopsy, it will be best for everybody. Because if there is no justice for this child, then there is no justice anywhere. For crying out loud, this is a child that they just killed like that. So you don't expect because they are big male children, so because of that one, the child will not get justice. It is sad in Nigeria. For crying out loud, let us put it straight in this country. If we really want this country to move forward, we should put it straight. Me, I am with this family. Personally, I feel very sad, and I'm with this family. Whatever step they want to take, I am with this family. And with the Oromoni family, and I will continue to be with them. Sir, may God bless you and your wife. Whatever it takes to get justice, we will get it in this country. In this case, this is not answer. This is another case that we should get justice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Promise, for that. Sylvester Senior, sir, I would like to know, what is the financial state of the family, knowing that all of this does not come cheap in Nigeria, especially when they want to frustrate you by not getting justice? What is the financial position of the family?
The God judgment does not need finance because God cannot be bribed. Let me tell you what is happening in this country right now. Since the beginning of this matter, we are not using money. God is the one exposing them. All the ones they are doing. Do we know that the person who bring out the DPP report, how do we know? It's God that exposed them. So with God, we don't think we need much money to fight this fight. But because of God, God is just.
Thank you so much for being with us. I want to
apologies, I have to interrupt your line of thought. We have Samuel from Lagos State calling. Samuel, please go straight to the point. Many thanks for calling.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Well done.
We can hear you.
Go ahead.
Okay. Please, from the beginning of the case, I watched the video of the little boy, and we really need the justice in this country. This one is not an end size. It's a little boy for crying out loud. If government cannot do anything concerning this little boy, which means we don't have to go in this country at all. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's very precise.
Many thanks for calling.
Thank you.
So,
you know, I was going to ask because I know that Mr. Sylvester Jr., Senior, you have other children. And I know that this cannot be easy for them emotionally. We know that losing a sibling can be tough naturally, but not even under the circumstances that their brother died. What kind of psychological help or mental health help that you are getting for your other children? Because this must be tough on the family and your wife and yourself in particular. Are you disposed to getting medical help to be able to deal with this situation at hand, sir?
All right, before you answer that, we have Emmanuel from Edo State calling in. Please, Emmanuel, go straight to the point.
Okay.
Please go ahead. Apologies, I have to let that go. Yeah, go ahead. Please answer Lolo's question.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This situation, what is going on, is not really the best for Nigeria. It is not really the best for our country, Nigeria.
Right.
It's not really the best for our country, Nigeria. If at this time...
All right, apologies, I have to let that go. Yeah, because of time. Sir, can you please answer Lolo's question?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You were asking me the condition of the rest of my children and
whether
myself.
You are seeking like a psychological psychiatrist, somebody to help them to deal with their mental state, sir.
Yes, you know, when something like this happens, you have some changes in your health, you have your BP, voila, and all the rest. But we're overcoming it. Like the one sitting by me, she's the immediate elder sister to Sylvester that died, second to last. She was in the school too, SS1, but now she's out of the school. She's the only one with me in Nigeria now. All the rest ones are outside. And I tell you, every day, some of them still cry. Because his pictures are all over their rooms, their phones. So each time they see the pictures, they will start crying. So it's not easy for us as a family.
All right. Many thanks for that. Before we wrap up, I think it's important for me to ask you this question, because that is what is on the mind of a lot of people on the streets, that you've insisted that you will not bury your son, even if it takes 30 years. And I want to ask, does it mean, this is questions from the street, do we have to subject the boy into this kind of torture or pain, knowing that he went through a lot of pain, a lot of agony before he passed? Why do you want to take such a decision?
What is the difference? 2 times pathologists have opened up his body. One in Delta State, one in Lagos. So there's no difference. He suffered before he died, still suffering. So with all these pathologists that are not doing the right thing, I just go and bury him so that they might, because the commissioner of police asked me. Immediately they took the sample, and when they returned the body to Warri, he called me and he said, when will you bury your child? I told him maybe January, and I never knew this kind of plan or conspiracy was going on. I told him maybe the end of January. But now, let me tell him categorically that, Mr. Commissioner, I'm not going to bury him. He will retire very soon. Maybe another commissioner. All the police people are not bad. They were doing the right job, but they came in to scatter it. Maybe for his own self-interest. Only God knows.
All right, many thanks. We have a caller on the line. We have a caller on the line, Blessing from Plateau State. Apologies for holding you that long. Please go straight to the point.
Hello, Blessing.
Okay. Honestly, we have been following this case. And honestly, what we want for this world is justice. Because they cannot say this type of a natural death. If this will continue, that means our children are not safe. Please, we are crying for justice for Sylvester Jr. Please.
All right. Many thanks for that. I must say, thank you so much for coming on the show today. It's been a touching session with you on Real Talk with Kike. And of course, we can't but support you and pray that you get the justice that you deserve on your son's death. And I hope this will never happen to any of us or any of our enemies, because even your enemy, you would not pray for something like this to befall them.
Stressful.
On that note, I say please enjoy the rest of your day. We'll connect with you again, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right.
God bless you.
You're welcome. Quickly, because of time, let's quickly go to the last segment of the show. But I think before we go on to the last segment of the show, Lolo, let me come to you. What's your take thus far in 1 minute with all that he has shared? And as a parent, because I feel that we need a parent's perspective on this platform to also share how heavy this story is on our lips.
You know, what hurts me the most, because I asked them a question about what's the support of the parents of Dowen College. And I didn't get the kind of, response. I'm wondering what kind of parents send their children to those schools.
Still in that school.
Are you telling me that the death of a boy will not affect you adversely to even show clamor, support, that when we get on social media, we'll see like Parents Teachers Association, you know, pushing for justice. I haven't seen anything like that, and it really puts me in a state that is not very good.
All right, on that note, and it's just unfortunate when he shared that even the school had not really reached out to him, and he says
they didn't send anybody
about the institution that we all uphold, that we send our children to. But you know what, quickly let's put that behind and just let's quickly touch on the last segment of the show, which is the trending stories that binds us together. And the first trending story is that of what's it called again? Is it Oyanze? Ohanize. Many times, because I never, you know, who raises eyebrows and film on the presidential ambition of Senator Bola Tinubu. You know, Dami, let me come to you first before I give my submission, because what's your take on it?
Well, when I saw the news and I saw Asiwaju Bola Tinubu actually addressing the president, I like the fact that Baba said he has not addressed us, that he's not talking to us yet. I want to tell the president first. So we have not heard, but we've heard it because you've said it to the president. But anybody can, well, raise eyebrows. Anybody can film. If he's not comfortable by him too, he should carry a poti, he should be back. Then we'll see who has the topmost followers. After all, politics is a game of numbers. So it's never say never. But I think that by and large, Nigerians should look deeply at the credibility of whoever candidate you want to go and stand under the sun for. Because we stood under the sun some years back and we are here still fighting for ordinary justice.
No, are you filming as well at this news?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, this is Nigeria. You can speed up, you will still use your face to take it. Because sometimes when they tell you these things, it's as if it's cast in stone. They are just informing you. So whether you shout, scream, or kill yourself, what they will do, they will do.
All right, you know, Ohaneze. I hope I pronounced that properly. Ohaneze. You know, well, I can say that he has the constitutional rights,
of course,
as a citizen of Nigeria to want to what's it called?
Express his displeasure or film.
No, for him to contest.
Yes, for him to contest, yes.
Because I too could come and contest tomorrow. Kike Atanda-Owo can come out and say I want to contest. So,
sure.
You've
told us after all.
Yeah, I've told you.
Are you making a declaration?
I'm making a declaration, guys.
She's the president of this table.
All right. No doubt about that, but I just feel that likewise, as a good governance records that he has behind him, which is Bola Tinubu, I feel that he's a good manager of human resources, and of course, arguably, he has done. I stand to be corrected. That my opinion, he has done pretty well during his administration. But we can also say that, you know, the men that he has also unpicked, you know, for Lagos State has also done a great job. Most of them have done a good job, you know, and I feel that as the next level, the next president that is hoping to be as the kingmaker, you know, being a kingmaker, if you ask me, because that headline for me, I just felt that it should be at the background. A kingmaker should be at the background. A kingmaker should be a godfather. You know, him not saying that he wants to be at the presidency level. I'm saying to myself, okay, he has a lot of candidates. I feel that he can actually make a president, and him coming out, I feel that when is this shenanigans going to end? And there's a reason why I'm using that word, because I also heard our sitting president saying that he has a candidate. I'm beginning to look at it as an entitlement spirit, some sense of entitlement, and it's an abuse of the Constitution. Let's be serious now, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm looking at it that the incumbent leader shouldn't be directly, you know, endorsing anybody, at least for now. No, but not to say that, I'm coming, I'm driving somewhere. Not to say that he doesn't want to mention the person so that the person will not be eliminated. That shows to you that the insecurity in this country is extremely high. And I feel that is extremely wrong. We shouldn't leave the citizens, I would like to say, we shouldn't leave the citizen in that place of where they have to be at the realm of what the president is going to push in our faces to say that, okay, this is the person that we're... And again, I just feel that the choices, you know, it's so unacceptable. And I'm asking myself, those who are willing, who feel that they can change the nation, should please come forward. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm asking myself, in terms of his age and health challenges, I'm not questioning his capacity. I stand, please, I hope I'm clear on this. I'm not here to, you know, judge him, but when it comes to his capacity, when it comes to his vision, but anybody can also fall ill, even we, the young ones. But the age factor will also determine the fitness and how the administration will be run. And where am I coming from? Because I know that the sitting administration presently, they turned UK into a momentum visitation where they had to be, I think that was where we're running the previous administrations. I just want us to do things in the proper way. And I feel that with what they have displayed, again, in the last 48 hours, shows the reason why a lot of technocrats do not want to come back on. I wish that we could get a technocrat to come out to say they want to rule us. I feel that they will act better. But because they do not have that grassroots politics, hence the reason why you see a lot of people in diaspora don't want to come back home. You see a lot of them say that they do not want to be killed. Because if our sitting president can say that, I do not want to mention or my own candidate because I do not want the person to be eliminated. Sometimes I just wonder, truly, you guys,
what are we doing?
What are we really doing? Can please all these technocrats come out to say that they can be of added value and let us support them and rally around them?
Can we make it free and fair? Genuinely.
All right,
I almost started uploading kicks.
All right, very thanks for that. Okay, quickly, because I know that they are running commentary in my ears right now. The second trending story that caught our attention is that of the 3 million identities stolen by a hacker from the NIMC. For those who do not know the full meaning of NIMC, that is the National Identity Management Commission. Please, Lolo, what's your take on this?
You know, Nigeria is very, very special. I know we might frown at the fact that we have a person that can hack into their system. It just shows you how intelligent Nigerian youths are.
Yeah.
So what are we really doing to harness these young people? This is I don't want to say Nigeria is a hub of internet fraud. But we have had a lot of incidences of internet fraud, identity theft. So shouldn't every agency have beefed up their security with the latest technology affordable?
Lolo, I just feel that this is one of the major challenges that we are facing presently in Nigeria, and in an area where we should work together as one family, like you said, that this is one of our strengths, and this is what can actually take us further in terms of progress when it comes to IT, when it comes to information communication technology. Because that remains the leverage for most developing countries today. You see a lot of countries are thriving because of the IT. But however, when I read 3 million identities have been stolen, do we know the amount of that catastrophe that can come from that fraud that just occurred? Do you know that people's privacy, exactly, the infringements that have taken place right now? You know, we want to give. It's so sad, and I feel that
disappearing from banks.
I feel that there are a lot of private information of Nigerians that are not safe presently. We keep talking about we do not have data, we do not have this, we do not have that.
Data, but not well managed.
What data that these people have collected right now, and they can use? Lolo, you'll be shocked. They can produce another replica of Lolo and also the same information. And this is not funny. And I feel that the government should also look into empowering more people in specific and strategic areas of IT. And of course, when it comes to the growth that we are hoping for in 2023 election, I feel that the youth of today, most youth of today are internet savvy.
And should be more engaged.
The reason why, if you look at our children, for instance, Hence the reason why there are a lot of things that my son can do that I cannot do. Do you understand? So
Absolutely.
that's my 2 kobo. That can we please engage the youth
them,
and at least look for what's your take?
I think well, my take is that the house that you refuse to build, the child that you refuse to train, is the one that will sell the house that you use the money for him to succeed. Is the one that will sell it. That's very simple. Very simple. Very, very simple.
Very simple.
So we have all played in the hands of hackers. Even the US government says as tight as their security IT is, Nigerians still find the key and open the door. So now we have opened our own door. And we are now complaining. All right, my money was not missed.
That means you have to understand that we have viewers listening to us from different ethnic groups. So
I still translate it. So,
all right, on that note, we've come to the end of another episode or edition of Real Talk with Kike. Indeed, it was an awesome show. Will I say really, it was really an awesome show.
It was
a mixture of mixed feelings,
yeah.
With our guest. As Oromoni Senior, and I just pray that may God continue to help and support and strengthen them, especially the woman. I'm not saying the man is not important, but it's so sad with what they are going through, and like Yoruba people will say, on that note, I say please keep being real and be your brother's keeper. My name remains Kike Atanda-Owo, and you are?
I'm Damlola Banire.
My name is Lola Wan.
Bye now.